Hey man, good morning. This is Rick Harsh of Corona Samizdat Books. Uh, I love mornings, but I usually stay up till somewhere between 2 and 4 at night. I quit smoking in September. Started smoking again this month. Combination of things, I suppose. What am I doing? Well, I'm going to go back to bed soon and just read this James Ellroy book. It should take me more than I should get to sleep by the time I'm done. Well, I was just thinking about a lot of things. I have to. We're going to sell ebooks at our press, and I have to respond to the man who's going to be doing it. Like technically doing it, and I've got a choice to make. And I realized that I'm not going to be able to make a good choice without asking him a lot of stupid questions. Like, for instance, he told me, for an ebook has to have its own ISBN number. Now what the fuck? It's got to have its own ISBN. But what if I just, like an ebook is you have to convert to an EPUB or something like that. And I don't know how to do it, but I know I'll have someone help me. Zach, maybe, or somebody here. And then you put it up on, I don't know how I'll do it yet, but I got to put it up on the site. And then you sell it for whatever. And, something less than full price, I suppose, would be reasonable. And, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all to sell an ebook. $5? I don't know. But something nice and easy to add up. I might have to change the whole money structure. I don't know. But what I was thinking was, you got to have a new ISBN, and I thought, how would I explain this to the guy who's going to do this? I'm 64 years old, and I've never been good at following rules because it just takes too long to figure out what they are. And after I moved to Slovenia, I found out that a lot of times you're presented with the rules, and you find out later that they were actually different rules. And, you're all happy because you live in this free place, and everything is beautiful. You're on the Mediterranean coast, and here it is late October, and we've got the Yugo, the southern wind, the African wind, that, by the time it's late October and the African wind comes, it's a little cooler than it was earlier in October, but not bad. It's still, nice, nice. It's a wild wind, but it's not a dangerous wind. But, you hear all this wind and you think, Jesus Christ, I don't want to go out in that. Then you get out there and you're just swaddled in this damp African wind. It's a little bit cooler here than it is down in Ancona. But anyway, the point I want to make, I probably already made. I don't know. I just. Oh yeah. I did a couple of ironic posts about the Israeli slaughter. Not the slaughter of Israelis as much as the Israeli slaughter of Palestinians. And the reason I make that distinction is because, I'm really sick of hearing everybody introduce their defense of the Palestinians or their explanation for Palestinians. I don't know why they're Palestinians. I don't have an explanation. There's a plot of land. It's called Palestine. People live there. They're Palestinians. That's, I live in Istria, and people here are Istrians, and they're all different. And there's a lot of Italians left. Not a lot of Italians left, but there a lot of Albanians have come up. And, it's a different place. But what I'm really sick of is people having to, say, the Israelis are engaged in a horrific U.S. style bombing campaign. Think of Korea and Vietnam and Iraq and Afghanistan, and then with the drones, it's like, Akbar and who else? Who else got it? Iqbal got it. You didn't give me an Iranian name and or an Arabic name or a Muslim name, and they've killed him. Hassan, he lost it. Abu Hassan, the great farter of the Arabian Nights, probably got killed by a drone. And the first drone was 2002, the first one I knew of, that they used for what they call a targeted killing. They got the guy, the motherfucker. I think his name was Rashid. And, well, unfortunately, Rashid was in a car with 5 other people, so they killed 6 people. There was no outcry, and they killed this General Soleimani, it's just a political assassination, But it's old news because, they accept it succeeded. But it's not old, it's old news that the United States is, trying to kill somebody. I mean, how many times did they try to kill Castro? How many people did they kill? Ecuador, Panama. Don't even know the names anymore. That's how good they done with assassinations. And you got this trio of people like Mossadegh in Iran, 1953. You got Jacobo Arbenz in 54, and then you got who's that guy in Chile? In 73, and I know that only 2 of them were murdered, assassinated. I think Arbenz got away. I think it was Arbenz who got away, but I don't remember. There are too many of them to remember, so I don't remember them. And that's the way I am with the rules. I don't remember them. I don't learn them. And I'm just thinking, like, if I gotta have an ISBN. I have an ISBN for, okay, we're gonna start putting the books up and selling them, for, a little less, ebooks. People want ebooks. Well, I actually, it's a secret, I suppose. I didn't mean it to be a secret, but I just don't tell everybody everything I do. And you should be glad that that's something that's true about me. But Joao Hayes, and more people read this, the better. If it's an ebook for $5, maybe people buy it more. Maybe we'll make more money. Maybe this will solve the crisis that started with the postal bullshit. Anyway, we'll be selling ebooks, there's an ISBN number right on the back, and now this guy told me, and I'm sure he knows what he's talking about, I got to have a new ISBN number, but I'm going to write him today after I go to bed, after I finish that book. Maybe it'll be tomorrow if it's after I finish that book, but maybe next week. But I'm going to write him, I hope today. I hope I sleep and then wake up and write him. And I'm going to ask him, like, well, what if I don't change the ISBN number? What if I just make it, put it up for sale? Because, the secret, I was going to tell you, the secret is that, some people have asked me, you don't sell ebooks? Is that not available on ebook? And I've said, no, but I have the PDF. Pretty damn fast. And I send them, just say, you want the PDF? I don't give a shit. If you don't want to buy the book, but you want to read the book, I'll send you the PDF. But if I make it an official thing, I have to put it in our products section and of the thing, you know. But if I don't change the ISBN, who's going to find out? And what are they going to do when they find out? I don't get it. What would be the consequence of selling a book without changing the ISBN? I don't know. I'll find out. I'll ask him, you know. And by the way, buy the real book. It's really nice. It's really nice. Tiny, tiny, tiny Corona Samizdat paperback. I think this finger is 7 inches from there to there. So, I mean, these are small books. So anyway, and the other thing, political thing, I put up these two. I was just trying to have fun with the war, and I lost. I don't know. You know, it tells you how many followers you have. I have 450, and you know, if you like and subscribe, you know, because we're on our way to 10,000. There's this one, Midas Touch. They do this judicial review, and you know, you get good legal information, but you know, people tend to make you sick if they're on media too much. I probably make a lot of you sick. If you want to take a moment to vomit. Okay. You need to get more out? Take a few more seconds. Okay, I think that's enough. You can, you know, for those of you still vomiting, just, you know, you can listen to this later. Vomit some more. But, what was I saying? What the fuck was I saying? I got this brain thing. In fact, you know, just a little diversion. I when I go to the store, which is a block away, a little tiny grocery store, and what's happened here is the big chain stores, they leave little stores in place. So you still have your kind of local grocery store. It functions as one, and you can swallow the notion of a chain store because your little store is a neighborhood store. It's not going to change. So I'm always friendly to the people in there, and there's a big tall guy working there. And when I walked in, I just cut right to the front of the line. I said, "Hey, you know, Gospod," you know, and I explained to him that, you know, I leave my dog outside. There's a fenced-in area with some greenery, and there's a place I can hang his leash right near the fence, and he can walk around a little bit. He usually walks around the place I hang it on is it's a garbage bin, and with a pole, and I put it on top of the pole, and he's got all this room until he wraps himself around the pole, and I get out there and he's but lately he's been smarter about it, and I don't know, a week ago or so ago, I went in, and you know, I'm thinking my own thoughts. You know, when you're 64, you're just happy to have thoughts, so you don't worry about continuity. And I went out there, and you know, with my new products, you know, chicken or something, I don't know, and vegan chicken, and I was halfway home and had this thought, like, I'm forgetting something. The dog. I forgot my dog, Suleiman. Fuck. I forgot Suleiman. I get, you know, it's only half a block back, so I go get him, and you know. But I walked in there and I said, "Look, man, I'm 64 years old. I forget things. When I come back with my food, could you just please remind me when I pay you? Just remind me to get my dog." And funny thing was, in line was one of my students from about 10 years ago, and he said, you know, he wasn't sure it was me till he heard me talk, and then heard what I said, and then he knew it was me, and he stopped me outside, and we talked for a long time, and I didn't recognize him, I recognized the last name is Svetkovich. First name was Mladen, but I remember a Dejan Svetkovich. It wasn't him. So I actually didn't remember him. And it's always a bad feeling to run into one of your students and not remember him. And so I told him, but I wasn't sure. Did I have him when I taught university or when I taught high school? And the only way I can tell the difference is if I ask him his grade, or I can ask him straight out. But then he might lie, just to make me feel older. But in the grades here are 1 to 10 for university. No, 5 to 10 for university, and 1 to 5 for high school. And I said, "What kind of grades did I give you?" "Oh, you always gave me 5s." So that meant high school, because I never failed anybody. 5 is failure, and I think if you're in my class once, you that's good enough for a 6. I never failed anybody. And anyway, so I was thinking about this war business, and our people are still pretty sensitive. Jewish people are, I think from what I understand about Israel, people who visited Israel say, they got a pretty vibrant opposition, But the one place they don't have a vibrant opposition, actually lately in the U.S. there has been some good protests by Jews, but when Jews in the United States, there were most probably have never been to Israel, and I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that, but not that matters. But they're very sensitive about they're I've been seeing them 2 weeks into the war, and I don't know what Hamas is doing other than feeding hostages and getting killed by bombs. But now 2,000 children have been killed, and I'm still seeing stuff about the only date that the Jewish Americans I know remember is October 7th, a day that will live in infamy. The Palestinians, they don't have a day like that. They got Nakba, but that was a time period, well, it was a war and an outcome, a year, so they remember that. But the Jews will forever remember October 7th. They won't remember the rest of October. Anyway, so I wanted it to be funny to see how people react to my little joke videos, and I lost at least one. As far as I know, I lost one survivor. No, subscriber. That's what I lost. Told you I'm 64. And speaking of that, wonder if I did bring the dog home. Anyway, I lost one. I had, because I'm on my way to 10,000. I had 459 last night. But after I did those, I'm down to 458. So somebody, at first I thought somebody is pissed. And then I realized, well, a lot of people are for the Palestinians. So then I realized that the math is imprecise. I lost in total one subscriber, you would think, but it could be that I gained like 373 and I lost 374. And I'll never know. All I know is the bottom line, because I'm from the United States, and that's all we care about here in the United States. It's the bottom line. Wait a minute, I'm not in the United States. Yeah, I don't give a shit about the bottom line. Fuck it, I'm just rambling. Thanks for listening, if you did. You see that behind me? That's a from India. That's a weaver bird's nest. Can you see it? That's the nest of a weaver bird. They make it so well. I've had that for 14 years. 14 years ago, I was out and looking for snakes with a guy, and he found that and gave it to me. It's really nice. There's a little hole, still there, still in great shape. So, I guess the point of this video is, when you build a nest, build it well. You never know who's going to want to come and take it.